Do you know about the assassination of Bonnie Prince Charlie? Well, today you're going to find out. If you're interested in the people, places and events in Scottish history, then click the subscribe button at the bottom right of the screen. And if you enjoy this video, then give it a thumbs up, share it, and watch the next one. In the meantime, let me tell you a story. Bannockburn House was owned by a Jacobite whose daughter bore a daughter to Charles Edward Stuart from this house where he was handed the keys to the town of Stirling. But something much more threatening happened here as well. And I'm going to meet up with Conservation Trustee Dr. Catherine Bradley to find out about it. Catherine, how you doing?
Bruce, good to see you.
Yes, you too. This isn't the first time I've been here, in actual fact. I made a video here way back when we were still masked up for COVID, all about Bonnie Prince Charlie and Clementina Wilkinshaw, which was the daughter of Sir Hugh there, wasn't he?
His niece.
His niece?
His niece.
I said it was his daughter. Oh no. Anyway, the point is, lots has happened here since then, hasn't it?
Yes, indeed. We found evidence of an assassination attempt on Charles Edward Stuart while he stayed here.
Oh, right. So what was the context of this? What was happening at the time?
Well, the Jacobites came and laid siege to Stirling, and Charles Edward and his army arrived here on or about the 4th of January, 1746.
Right, okay.
At the invitation of Sir Hugh Paterson III, Baronet of Bannockburn, who was a writer to the Signet and a Jacobite.
And they're coming back from Derby?
That's right. They came back up from Derby and came here to use this as his headquarters, essentially, while they laid siege to Stirling Castle.
Right.
And the army, we think, was encamped around abouts here, and we know they were staying at places like Easter Green Yards and other areas around here, other farms around here. But Charles Edward stayed here in the house for about a month.
Yeah.
Until
The people of Stirling came and gave him the keys to Stirling here, didn't
That's right, that's right. The first thing he did when he got here was to write a letter to the town of Stirling and say, give up or we're going to kill you all.
Yeah, anyway, I tell you, don't give up.
Yeah, so they came out and presented the key to Stirling, which is a common thing to do for a monarch, and presented the key to Stirling to him here, which was later found in the house by the Wilsons during the works that they undertook in this room, as a matter of fact.
The Wilsons, they were the kilty people, weren't they?
The tartan
people.
manufacturers, that's right.
Aye. But you're saying there was an assassination attempt on Bonnie Prince Charlie.
That's right.
Whilst he was here.
Whilst he was here.
How did that happen?
Well, let's go outside and I'll show you.
All right, okay, right. I've just been out there. All right, okay. So, Catherine, tell me what happened.
Well, we think that the redcoats were hot on the trail of the Jacobites.
Right. The Jacobites have come back up from Derby.
Yes.
And the redcoats are now kind of going, right, okay, we're going to chase them.
Yes, because they were laying siege to Stirling Castle, like I mentioned in the house.
So Bonnie Prince Charlie's based himself here, whilst his men are besieging Stirling Castle.
That's right. So we know from ancient maps there's a road marked the Roman Road here.
The very road that Edward Longshanks took on his way to get defeat. Sorry, it's not Edward Longshanks, it's his son, Edward II, got on the way to his defeat at Bannockburn.
Right, right up to the Battle of Bannockburn. So there's two avenues that come off that and converge right here in the back garden.
Right.
Now you have to remember that this extension wouldn't have been on the house in the it was put on in the 1880s.
So the Victorian extension that's there wouldn't have been there.
No,
okay.
And it would have looked just like the eastern end of the house towards the garden now that you see here.
Okay.
So it would have been a mirror image.
So that side would have looked exactly like this side over here.
That's right. So we think that there must have been some noise in the garden, and Bonnie Prince Charlie heard it and came to the window. And they fired a shot. So
a window over here, Bonnie Prince Charlie's come to the window.
That's right.
And there are redcoats here in the garden, and they fired a shot
And they fired a shot at him. And there's still physical evidence in the house today of that.
Of that shot.
That's right.
Right, but obviously the shot wasn't successful, because if it had
They missed.
then like Culloden would never have happened. That would have been The
No Outlander?
1745 Jacobite uprising would be yes, there'd be no Jamie Fraser would never have existed, because we know that he existed in real life, don't we, right? Okay, and all that kind of the course of history would have been completely different.
That's right.
If they'd hit Bonnie Prince Charlie from through the window when he came the window.
That's right.
But you're telling me this. How do I know that this actually happened? Maybe you're just trying to market Bannockburn House.
Well, remember I said there was still evidence in the house?
All right.
There is a musket ball hole in the paneling and an indent on the wall, and there may be a musket ball remaining as well.
Can we go and have a look at that?
You bet, let's go.
Woohoo! Right, let's go. So, this is Bonnie Prince Charlie's room.
This is the room.
Yeah.
It's a little darker than it would have been in the day, probably, because Colonel Wilson blocked up a window when they built that extension.
When they built that extension,
Yeah,
right, okay,
yeah.
yeah.
So
that's why we've got the lights in. Oh,
yes, so we have to
create
have
the
light in
eerie
here.
shadows.
There's
Yeah.
no electricity
Yeah.
in this room. So, right, so I mentioned outside that we think Bonnie Prince Charlie went to the window, and that's when they saw him and were
over
able
there.
to fire at him.
Uh-huh.
Now, the musket ball obviously missed him, like we mentioned outside. However, I said some evidence remained, and this is it right here. This was painted, this panel has been disturbed, and it was painted in, so it was very difficult to see. All you could see was this little line right here.
So modern day painting
Had obscured the lines of it, yeah. So the only thing you could really see was that this crack was here and then stopped and then started again. Right?
And
So
you didn't know why this crack stopped and started.
that's right. I just had noticed it. And then I knew in a 1950 Scottish Field article mentioned that there was a musket ball hole in the room, but no one knew where it was or knew if it was real.
Right.
So a gentleman who's an Edinburgh resident, he's now I think 90 years old. His aunt was the last.
He was probably here when it all happened.
He might have been. His aunt was the last housekeeper in residence with Miss Mitchell, one of the house's owners in more modern times. And she used to apparently love to show people the musket ball. And so he called up to tell us his aunt's story. And when we went to talk to him, he mentioned it. And he didn't know where it was, but he confirmed that it did actually exist and was in the room. Well, I had found this panel, but I just didn't have a reason to lift it yet.
But you put two and
Yeah,
two
but I put
together.
2 and 2 together, and I knew that the window blocked up was right over there. So I came in, and we lifted it, and this is what we found.
Oh, that's the hole.
Don't put your finger in it.
Oh, right, okay, right, no problem.
So you can see that that something has gone through the wood panel,
Yeah.
and you can see there's a crater in the wall behind.
Yes.
Now, when we found this, we called up some of our academic friends, Dr. Murray Cook and Professor...
We know Murray's a friend of the channel.
Yes, and Professor Murray Pittock.
Murray Pittock's a friend of the channel as well. Jacobite expert, yes.
So I reached out to them and asked them to come and confirm what we found, that you know, assess it for us. What they found when they came out is that the crater that's on the wall can only have been made by one type of weapon, and that is exactly mid-18th century Brown Bess land pattern musket, exactly like the kind issued to government troops in the middle of the 18th century.
Fired through the window that was there, striking through this wall the very musket ball that was attempt to assassinate Bonnie Prince Charlie.
That's right, and I can just hear it now, the glass breaking, and you hear the bullet coming past your head, and it hits the wall, and he must have been very startled.
Of course.
Yeah, and imagine he was probably thinking, how do I get out of here?
And this is what you show to people.
That's right, on the tours.
On the tour.
That's right.
And when we bring people, they'll see exactly that, won't they?
Yes, they will, and hopefully more.
Now, this is a good point for me to put in a wee advert for my ultimate Jacobite tour in April, because this will be one of the many places that will be bringing folks to understand the Jacobite story. But Catherine and I are going to go a bit deeper with those folks that come then. They'll be able to use a laser pen to work out how the bullet might have travelled. They'll be able to spend time in this house that Charlie did, and maybe even check out the bed he slept in. They'll also visit Culloden on the anniversary of the battle there and much more. Anyone that's interested can click the link top right or in the description below for details, or email alexis@scotlandhistorytours.co.uk. So, that's where the window would have been, where the musket ball came through the window and into that wall.
That's right, blocked up by Colonel Wilson when he put the extension on the back of the house here.
Right.
So it's hidden in the wall. We confirmed it with a camera.
Yes.
There was also a bed located there, just to the left of where the musket ball hole is in the wall.
Right.
Now, we believe the bed might be actually old enough, some of it might be old enough to be the actual bed. But it appears to be an amalgamation of beds.
So you have the bed?
We have the bed.
Oh.
The bed was in the house when the trust purchased the house.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's more to find out about that, hopefully
There's
soon.
more digging to be done.
That's right.
So what happened immediately, because ultimately we know we ended up at Culloden.
Yes.
But what happened immediately after the assassination attempt?
Well, my guess is the first thing he thought about was, how am I going to get out of here?
Get the flock out.
That's right. Now, if the house had soldiers in the back garden, particularly if there were any on horseback,
Yeah, they're surrounded.
they're surrounded, and he would have had a hard time to get away. So we think that part of the oral tradition about him escaping in a tunnel is actually true.
Right. So where would this tunnel be?
In this closet behind me.
Oh, you're joking!
So we were scanning the room with 3D laser head scanners, and when the scanner head came around, this closet door was ajar, and the lasers pointed at this wall here, and there just might be some discoveries.
You said, are you teasing me? Are
I'm
you
teasing
playing
you.
with me here?
I'm definitely teasing
Are you
you.
saying are you saying you found some stuff, or you have?
We think we found it,
Right. Okay.
but we're trying to confirm. We need to confirm
So
it.
we don't know, but there's a reasonable chance
There's a reasonable chance.
that this is the door out of which Bonnie Prince Charlie escaped.
That's right.
Through a tunnel, yeah, after the assassination attempt,
You bet.
and then they all headed north, and it ended up in Culloden.
That's right.
Only because the musket ball that came through that window missed Bonnie Prince Charlie, went into the wall there, and he went out through here.
Yep.
That is incredible.
It is.
And I look forward to bringing some of my group to actually experience being in here and hearing the story from you direct at some point in the future. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thanks for coming to visit us.
talk to you. No, thank you. It's been great to come here, and we'll see you next time.
See you soon.
Cheers.
Bye.
It's incredible to think that almost 300 years after the event, we're still discovering the history of the last Jacobite uprising because of the efforts of the Trust and through the work of folks that work here at Bannockburn House. I'd love you to come with me on my ultimate Jacobite tour, but even if you don't come with me, you should make a plan to come by going to www.bannockburnhouse.scot. Now, I told you that I had a video a while back about the relationship between Clementina and Charlie, and that video is coming up on screen now. If you've enjoyed this video, then like it, share it, and watch the next one. Support the channel by clicking top right to become a Patreon member, or buy me a coffee in the description below. In the meantime, ha mi an dóchas gyn bhfuil am Cheery and Drasta.